Well, the Police Minister, Bheke Cele, will today table his department's budget in Parliament. Now, over the past couple of years, the police have been hobbled by a shortage of officers. We understand that is being looked at. This year, an extra 12,000 recruits have been added. So let's find out how the Minister is feeling ahead of this budget. Joining us live from Pretoria this morning. Minister, good to have you with us on eNCA. Just very quickly, touch base with me on the extra 12,000 police officers. It was something we spoke about, you and I, some time ago. Where are we on their deployment?
Well, good morning to you, Gareth, and the listenership. At least one is on the happier mood when you ask that question today, because we've got 10,000 of them already in the different academies and institutions of learning around the country. The South African Police Service has the capacity of 7,000 of them. They are all over the colleges we have. We have requested an extra capacity from the South African National Defence Force. They've given us the 3,000 spaces, those that are in Kimberley. One visited them the very last Sunday. The situation is improving. There were teething problems. But for the question, we are very happy. 10,000 of them will be ready on the 15th of December.
There's not too long to go, just in time for Christmas as well. There was some criticism, wasn't there, Minister, that it takes too long to get police officers through the system, but they have to be trained up properly. Of course they do. Can we just talk about, it seems like you're going to have enough police officers, the quality of police work, if I may, the NPA coming out and saying shoddy police work, that's their words, means that the NPA can't prosecute some cases. What's your reaction?
Well, Gareth, the police are trained basic, 10,000 of them. And out of those, there will be those that we're specializing. For instance, the POP, Public Order Policing, have already requested to identify 4,000 out of the 10,000. And then the detectives will be identifying theirs for further training, the Special Task Force, the NIU, the TRT, Barrett, and all that kind of stuff. It would be unfortunate for the NPA to lambast the police of the shoddy work in investigation, because we have agreed that cases should be prosecution directed. So instead of lambasting the police, the prosecution should be saying to the police, you go, they are a team, you go and fix this before you bring this docket back in the court. That is happening in many big cases, it's happening. But there will be some of them that they still go to the gallery and shout at the police, which is not something that should not be happening. They should be working together. By the time the case goes to court, is tied, both the agreed police and the prosecution.
I'm seeing a lot of people asking for a follow-up, Minister, as well, on any more work being done, any more investigations on the murder of Hillary Gardee?
Yes, those investigations are continuing. We have 3 people in our hand, and we're not near the end at all. The team is still working very hard. I heard that those people are pending the bail, except one that is looking forward to request the bail again. But it's a case that we are very happy that police are handling it very well.
Let's turn our attention back to your budget, which you're going to be tabling today. It's all about the money. In the end, there's never enough money, is there, Minister, to get done exactly what you want? How much is allocated to try and deal with this DNA backlog, which is such an issue in our country when it comes to GBV? Is there a line item for DNA backlogging?
Well, Gareth, the budget was tabled yesterday at 4:30. I read my budget of 100 billion, 662 million. Indeed, we have allocated 1.3 billion rand on the question of the gender-based violence. That will be dealing with our special units of the FCS. That is 1.3 billion. But more than that, we have identified 30 top stations when it comes to violent crime and rape and gender-based violence. We have added 100 million to those stations. A big part of them, they're in Western Cape, Eastern Cape, KZN, and Gauteng. To say to the stations, there should be no time where you run short of these kits, of buccal kits that are used to take the samples of raped women. There should be more people trained to deal with this violence. Every station must have people trained to deal with it, including the sign language, because some people that are abused, they come to the police stations and they have a problem of this interpretation. But also involving communities around those stations to be able to work with the communities. Coming back to the DNA, we have tried to make a dent in the backlog. We are 40% having 18 from the backlog. We have invited people that were used to work in the environment. 24 of them, 20 are back. We have increased the ordering of chemicals, and we have increased hours from 8 to 16. We have put more money to buy things that are supposed to be there. Yeah. So we believe we're still on course to have done away with the backlog come September.
I was about to ask, when is that date, that timeline? So still September, you tell me, Minister. Can we talk danger allowance very quickly as well? Unions wanting it to remain at 400 is my understanding, but council agreement saying it's supposed to be 1,500. So there's a big jump here, isn't there? 400 or 1,500? Talk to me about danger allowance quickly.
Well, I'm not involved in negotiations, but I would simply agree that 400 has been around for a long time. It would be better to look at it. From 400 to what amount, I'm not sure. But the triple SCB is where there are negotiations taking place. Once those agreements are reached there, Gareth, the minister has to put the signature. As they have agreed in that negotiating board that 8,400 of the police from the level of sergeant and constables will be promoted to warrant officers. I've just put the signature on that. It's always good when these things, the welfare of the police, the better payment, the promotion is happening, we'll always support that. But it's negotiated at a different level from the ministry.
Let's turn our attention to Pop Crew for a moment, since we were talking about unions and danger allowances. Pop Crew saying, and I'm sure you're aware of this, Minister, away from the budget for a moment, SAPS has no real plan to deal with police killings in our country and around our various provinces. What do you make of that comment from Pop Crew?
Well, police are losing their lives. It's a bad thing that is happening. Indeed, we do need to improve in the safety of the police, in their agility, in their acumen, in the way they respond when they either attack and all that. But to say there is no plan, I think is taking too far. But more so, the ministry and the Office of the National Commissioner is open in negotiations with the organizations that are in the police, especially SAPO and POCRU. If they have any ideas to share, the doors are open to sit down and we share those ideas together.
So are you the new, you and the new police commissioner getting on well? How's things in the office?
Well, we should. We have no option. But up to this point, we have been working really well with the National Commissioner. But I could simply say, Gareth, all my life as a Deputy National Commissioner, I've worked with them. We have been more together than the National Commissioner. I hope that continues, and we need to really work together. We have no option. We are bound together by the history and the demand of making South Africans feel safe and safe.
Just come back to the budget just before I say goodbye to you, Minister, for the moment. Did you get as much money as you wanted? Did you get everything that you felt you needed as the Minister, or is there still more that you would like to have been achieved if you could have gotten more money? Did you get what you want?
Well, I don't know if that date will come where you get everything you want. Gareth, for instance, the training that we talk about is not going to add on the numbers of the police. It's only going to replace what we have lost in the police. 10,000 of the police have left the system, died or retired and all that kind of thing. So that 10,000 we're dealing with that. 5,000 next year maybe will begin to deal with increased numbers. Not near what we have in 2010. 2010 we had 200,000 police and we had 50 million South Africans. Now we've got 60 million South Africans and we've got only 182,000 police. It would be good to start there, but police stations themselves are not increasing with the speed that we'd like to see them increasing. The training itself needs a lot of money. We need to send people to go and train in one of the high institutions overseas and all that. But the welfare of the police, as you say, their salaries, their pensions, medical aid, it would be good. So if you say, have you received the money that you expected? Absolutely no. But I don't think there will be time when we'll ever say yes. But there was an improvement of 5.8 billion going forward.
Just before I do say goodbye to you, Minister, allow me to ask this question. I'm sure you're well aware of a planned march under the hashtag Justice for Namhla Twala case, allegedly killed by her boyfriend. What's your understanding of where we are in that investigation before I say goodbye?
Well, there is a lot of buzz in the social media and people talking, even mentioning the name and all. Unfortunately, Gareth, police don't deal with that kind of information. We'll have to work that towards evidence. But we have taken it serious. The Deputy Provincial Commissioner in that province, Major General Gardee, has taken the investigation there. And the National Commission of the South African Police Service himself is going on to Mthatha tomorrow to work on the thing. What has not been happening is that even the people that are writing stories on the social media, when you approach them, they are reluctant to be upfront as they would have been in the social media. So that's a call we're making. But we have sent extra team members from National Office to enhance the team. We believe that the police are on the right track, but until we find the evidence, we will be going on with investigation with the hope and with an effort that somebody will have to answer. Will have to be arrested and give answers what happened.
Well, I'll leave it there for the moment. I appreciate your time. So even the National Police Commissioner getting involved in this killing of Namhla Twala, allegedly killed by her boyfriend. There is a march planned for today. My thanks to the Police Minister, Bheke Cele, joining us here on eNCA this morning.